country people, lend me your head holes, and welcome to another episode of UST, Unexpectedly Serious Turn, our D&D 5e Twitch stream. We are so glad to have you all back joining us for the second episode of Season 2. We wanted to give you some very exciting announcements. We do have some merch up. We have links to our Redbubble we will be posting in the side here. But we're so excited to share those with you. Our first thing that we have readily available, I believe, is going to be our proper-sized shirt. So for all of you proper-sized folks or just supporters of proper-sized people, support your local hobbit, halfling, and or goblin. Anything else you want to, support that is proper sized or slightly less than proper sized, we accept all here, and grab your own proper sized shirt at our merch store at Redbubble. But I believe that's the only announcement we have, so let's get right back into our world of Anna. Last time we saw our intrepid adventurers, they were traipsing through the forest, having just met at Heroes Hall. Glib and Fen had decided that they were going to go off on their own, tired of waiting for the rest of their party, and found some new friends to join with them. They were walking through the forest when very quickly they were come upon by a rather large beast, one that looked fairly similar to one that was attacking the Port Cove, something called an alpha grick. They party battled together for their first battle and managed to come out pretty unscathed for the most part, and then discovered that one of their party members, Vah'pyr, might be a little questionable on the moral front, and Strix managed to not get eaten, which was very exciting for her. They continued on their journey, coming to rest for a night, and that would probably be where we left off. So, what would you like to do?
They got breakfast by Glib. You usually know.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, they tend to have breakfast.
Let's see if anybody else is awake downstairs.
Breakfast time!
Oh, ow.
I have my breakfast drum. I can play that.
Oh, sweet shit.
Oh, no, it's back in my room. Never mind.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, no, maybe later. Oh, God. I assume we're going downstairs.
Yeah, I assumed you were going downstairs as well, yes.
No.
All right, I'm going to have a little bit of that. Some of this. Ooh,
Yes.
that chicken
and
looks tasty.
You do find a very nice layout of predominantly fish, some other animals like chicken and, the appropriate amount of bacon for at least one halfling. Or Glib. Some breakfast ale, some juices, fruit, things like that.
Did you say breakfast ale?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the best kinds of ale in the morning.
Not even midday and these people are getting snookered. This town must have really been hit.
Right.
Just some coffee and schnapps for me. Taking it light.
Peach, pear, pineapple, or orange.
Do you have lemon?
Yeah.
Coffee lemon schnapps, here we go.
Okay, you are handed a little tumbler full of lemon schnapps. Why not?
Bracing.
Fen, is this
Right.
normal? Is this normal for him?
Define normal.
That's my answer. Okay, moving on.
Ben is just going to order a bottle of whatever the strongest thing they have is.
Oof. That's fair. You were handed something that smells a little bit like paint thinner, mixed with, mint, but, pine needle sort of mint, if that makes sense, like pine berries.
Yeah.
A
That's the
gin.
good stuff.
Indeed.
How much is the bowl?
Bottle? Should I be concerned? Do you need me to call someone?
I don't know who you'd call. Everyone other than Glib here, and my friends are dead, so... How much for the bottle?
3 gold?
Excellent. I'll take 2.
Also, maybe some bread.
A lot of bread. A lot of
Yes.
bread, yeah. He's gonna need to put some food on that.
Bread, yeah.
And he comes back with 2 bottles, as well as, a plate already served up for you from the breakfast bar with several pancakes and some bacon and eggs.
Oh, wow.
Some fruit because, please don't pass out and throw up on my counter. Tends to be the general feel of the heaping plate that you're handed.
And this was hospitality?
No, this is someone else for the morning.
Okay.
This would be a half-orc you haven't asked the name of yet.
It's the most important meal, Fen.
Oh, no, absolutely. And they do know how to take care of a fellow here. He's gonna pop the bottle and start eating and just straight out of the first bottle.
Now I lean over to
Can we
Glib.
share?
This is very normal.
Oh, all right. All right.
Sorry, Vah'pyr, this isn't my first rodeo.
I'm just vaguely worried it might be your last.
He keeps saying that he doesn't have a problem, but I think he might have a problem.
Well, he's drinking straight liver eraser.
Yeah.
I kind of hop up to him on the counter, and I look at him. I'm like, I'm mildly concerned for your liver.
You should be concerned for
We don't have any liver on the plate there.
No, not the liver on the plate.
Why is there 2 of you?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's going to
that's
be a
what you
long day. Edwin, would you care to weigh in with your unsolicited opinion on our friend's problem?
I'm just gonna sit in the corner and enjoy my breakfast.
That's fair.
He did it. He won D&D.
We have one reasonable character. One.
One.
Just one.
I'm perfectly reasonable. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, man.
That's debatable. And I'm not the smart. I'm not the brightest.
Well, so...
I'm not
Burden
the brightest
of
bulb in the box.
Well, that's fine. Those are my favorite types.
Are we talking orchid bulbs or tulips?
Actually, that is a fair question. If it's tulips, you've got a lot to compare against.
Please
Indeed.
take a point of inspiration, Fen.
Oh, shit, yes.
It made me giggle. It was worth it.
So, having said that, are we going hunting today?
Believe so. I mean, the intel that we got said just north of town there was a dark spot. So I figure we should check there. Oh, it's amazing how much better the head feels after a couple drinks. All right.
It's fair.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so anyway, Dark Forest.
Dark forest to the north. All right. That doesn't sound ominous at all, right?
No, not at all. Can we attempt to avoid snake-like creatures this time?
We can attempt it. I can't guarantee it. I think that's the 3rd one that Glib and I have run into of that particular species.
Oh, good. You make a habit of chasing after giant snakes. That's good to know.
Well, yeah, we found a couple in a town. They were eating the town, and we had to do something. It was a mess.
It really was.
And do you find yourself stumbling into messes like that often?
Oh, that was our first mess. This is our second mess.
At the mention of snakes eating the town, I kind of flip my hood up and hide.
Is someone going to tell her that the cult that we're following worships a giant world-eating snake? No?
Yeah, but we're not gonna let that happen.
That's right. We're not gonna let that happen.
I'm sorry.
That's what-
I feel like I didn't ask the particulars of your little vendetta. You said giant world-eating snake.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one way of interpreting the information.
I am visibly shaking at this point in time.
Well, I'm convinced.
Fen's just gonna drunkenly pat Strix on the back. There.
It's all right, Strix. You can trust me. I won't let him get you.
My theory is that it's stuck outside of our area, prime material wise, and they're trying to figure out a way to let it in. So if we just stop them, no big snake, easy peasy.
Right, man. Easy enough, right?
I envy you your confidence.
Well, many do.
I mean, there was a running theory that it was in the Shadowfell.
There's also that.
Yeah.
Maybe we can ask this Chimera.
That's not a bad idea. Do chimeras talk?
No.
Nuh-uh. Well, that's probably.
But speaking of chimeras, let's get going for Chimera Town.
All right.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
Don't let it eat me.
All right, so you guys make your way, assumably out of the town, and head towards the woods. Yes, the forest.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. So you head towards the town, and you walk out. I need my daily checks, if you please.
Remind me of what those are?
I need a survival check and a perception check.
From everybody?
Survival.
If you want to give people advantage, either 2 people can make them separately, so 2 for each, or 1 person can make them with advantage.
I rolled an 18 on survival.
Very nice.
Can I just give him advantage?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Then I'll do that.
I'll let somebody else. I'll help somebody else with perception because mine is shite.
18 on survival. The second one was much worse.
Okay, I'll roll perception.
Okay.
19.
There you go.
Very nice. So
Had their Wheaties.
was 18 and 19 you said?
Yeah.
Or what was? Okay, cool. So you make your way through the forest. You're pretty sure you have a solid understanding of where you're headed for the most part, especially as a little further into the day, things start to look a little bit darker around you. The trees are still trees and everything kind of seems normal for the most part, although you do hear... You're used to the intimidating sounds of beasts pretty much everywhere in the forests. In fact, you have probably snuck past a good many of them on your journeys. But even the sounds just sound more irritated as you walk.
That's actually a point. Do we want to maybe stealth up?
Probably a good idea. I don't know how stealthy I might be, but...
Actually, Fen, do me a favor. You've been drinking quite a bit of that bottle, yes?
I'd say he's been hitting it pretty hard, yeah.
Roll me a constitution save, please, sir.
So it begins.
A con check or a con save? For clarification.
Do a save this time.
Do a save. Got it.
Because that shit hits.
That it does. That is
It's
20.
paint thinner. A 20?
That is a 20.
Alright.
Dirty 20, but it's a 20.
But look it up, you win
Congratulations.
this round.
You win for now. So you don't have to make this stealth check at advantage as long as you don't keep going.
You mean disadvantage?
Disadvantage. That's the words I mean. You know what I mean.
Don't make me roll with advantage. No.
No! It's advantage. Yeah,
Heavens me.
disadvantage for now.
Okay.
Not no disadvantage for now. Words, I'm capable of them. It's fine.
So wait, we're rolling some stealth checks.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the party wants to do. That's what the party wants to do.
I don't know
All
if my
right.
stealth check could have gotten much worse.
I mean, there's always a 1.
Oh.
Well, I got
said
just above that.
I said much worse.
Like I said, there's always a 1.
I rolled a 9.
Oh.
Mine
That's
wasn't great either. I got an 11.
I got an 8.
Boy, howdy, y'all are gonna feel pretty silly. I got a 6.
I got a 16.
So, Vah'pyr just kind of disappears into the forest, and the rest y'all sound like baby elephants waddling through the underbrush.
I'm just like, hey, where'd Vah'pyr go?
He was just here.
I swear, turn my back for a second and he's gone.
Do you think a chimera ate him? Chimeras!
Vahpyr's just off to the side, like,
And somewhere on the horizon you hear
That's not a good sound.
I don't remember eating chili.
Was that a snake?
Maybe.
Can I roll a survival check to see if I can recognize what may or may not have made that sound?
actually, I would say this would be more likely to be either nature or arcana. I'll give you either.
Ooh, that's a bad sign. I got a 10.
I would like to give that a try as well.
Go for it.
Nature or Arcana?
Yep.
I'm assisting.
Well, they're the same number. That's a natural 20 for a 23.
Very impressive. You're vaguely aware through many different tales that you've had to tell of escaping and things like that, so that you can convince people of the giant beasts out there that are most intimidating. It sounds vaguely like some sort of like fiend type creature, definitely infernal, probably flying. Also sounds very large.
Did it sound serpentine?
No, it sounded more, it sounded more insectine.
Interesting. Okay, so Vahpyr's gonna lay back in the cut and see how this plays out.
But I'll keep going. Somewhere on the horizon, you continue to hear.
What in the...
Does it sound like we're getting closer to it, or that it's following us, or?
It doesn't you can't necessarily well.
Or do you want
The perception. Give me another perception check.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him advantage.
Gratitude. Okay.
Listen now, trying to hear.
So the first one is a 14. And then that's what it's going to be.
Okay. It's a little hard to tell with the way the noises sound. It also sounds like there's more than one of them coming in different directions. So it's a little difficult
That's lovely.
to really tell for sure.
Maybe
Yeah,
we
so
should.
we might be surrounded.
So we light the forest on fire, right?
That seems a little
I like your
extreme.
enthusiasm. But maybe that could be plan B.
You just hear a voice from the underbrush. I'm actually in here, you idiot.
Oh shit, Vah'pyr, we thought you got eaten. I'm sorry.
That bush doesn't want you to burn the forest down.
I'll turn to Strix and ask, is there a way you could perhaps fly up and see if you can see anything?
I'm gonna consider it for a minute. Snakes are down. Yes.
For the record, it doesn't sound like snakes. It sounds like bugs.
Ah, yeah, I guess it kind of does.
Uber duber. Sure. So,
Birds
I
eat
will
bugs, you're
take
fine.
off.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Fiendy demon bugs. We're good. Are our
Oh, is it a
rolls
one?
cursed?
Is it a 1?
Our rolls are cursed tonight, aren't they?
11.
11's
Okay.
not bad.
Change my dice.
That's double digits, you're fine.
You definitely see things moving. They look very big. It's kind of hard to tell for certain what they are. But you do see you see like 1 or 2 of them, but they're like kind of spread out and flying around. Just kind of under the tree line, so it's a little hard for you to make out.
Goodness, they're
So
flying.
I'm gonna dive back down as quickly as possible because I don't want to get eaten by a bug.
You know.
I go, so
Small and feathery, we get it.
they're kind of everywhere, and they're big, and they don't look friendly.
Oh, I mean, we're out of the lantern light. I don't think much of anything's friendly out here. Even the chickens don't have feathers.
But it's daytime.
Well, yeah.
It's supposed to be okay.
I mean, we caught the abyssal chicken in the middle of the morning, so
I'm sorry, a what?
it's an abyssal chicken. It tastes like chicken, but it's got like
No,
a slightly sulfury.
But wrong.
Yeah, but
Either way, I have an idea. Let's climb a tree.
Involves me being eaten.
Let's climb a tree.
that's not a bad idea.
And then if we leave some rations on the ground, maybe they'll go for that and we could spring some sort of ambush.
Or
I
an
think-
ant bush.
I think perhaps we just keep moving.
I mean, we could do that too. We leave the rations down, hope they go for that, and keep going.
I'm going to do something I didn't think I would do so quickly. I'm going to agree with Vah'pyr.
Welcome to the team. Glad to have you.
Yeah, I agree with the bush over there. I think we should just keep moving.
Yeah, that reminds me. Not Vah'pyr here, just a bush.
Well, if we're,
Warlock
all,
says we
Bush of
should keep
wisdom
going.
over
Yeah.
there.
if we're all rooting for that idea, then let's get going.
Should we throw
No.
rations down?
Yeah, Fenn's gonna immediately pull out a thing of rations and just drop it in the path. All right, we better get moving.
Maybe pour a little bit of that liquor on it, just in case that's what they're attracted
That's a
to.
good idea.
Fine.
And then if they have some of it, maybe they'll be drunk.
And they won't be able to follow us because they'll pass out.
Maybe
Or
we
they'll
should
like
give.
it and then hunt us down and steal Fen.
Oh,
Yeah, that also tracks.
that's a risk I'm willing to take.
How long is this going? Or where I said I don't like where this is going, or where I'd be going.
I thought you passed the save. What-
For now. Clearly
Right.
not forever.
This time. Yeah, so I'll spread it out a little bit and I'll pour some of the gin on it. I assume it's gin, right?
You weren't given a specific.
Okay, so I'm gonna pour the paint thinner alcohol on it and hope for the best and
Sounds like gin.
yeah.
I don't know a lot about alcohols, considering I can't have them.
That's fair.
Me either.
Yeah, but you described it having sort of a minty botanical taste, and so that seems like something that could be put into gin, which is basically just white lightning with a little extra filtering.
Yes. Yes.
I like that one of the ingredients is called white lightning.
I like how off the dome that was.
Right?
He knows
pretty good.
things.
I'm generally pretty knowledgeable.
Oh no, so bad.
Great.
Anyway, off to adventure!
Forward.
Off to adventures!
Took me a second on that one. That one had a fuse.
Yes, y'all continue your wandering throughout the woods. And if you wouldn't mind rolling me just one more perception check to see if you ever come in contact with these.
I'll give somebody advantage on it.
Yep.
I have reasonable perception.
I do not.
Mine is
Do it.
garbage.
Do it, Strix!
19!
19.
Hey.
At some point you see something that looks like a very large, very black and red wasp. With,
Kill it.
honestly, a stinger that's bigger than you, Strix.
Oh. goodness.
Where do I see this?
It flies over your head towards the rations.
I think we need to move faster in the opposite direction of the rations. Swear to God, Finn, I love you. But I will break those bottles if they start chasing us for the alcohol.
Hey.
I will break them.
Question. If I use Giant's Might and I use Dash, because I know I can only use it for a minute, solid.
Mhm.
If I use Giant's Might, can I technically, in theory, carry everyone?
That's a question.
Because I would be 12 feet tall, and I have a decent strength rating.
Yeah, but most of the people in the party are medium, so it'd be like carrying 4 toddlers.
Yeah, see, that's my thoughts, is,
Right, that's why I wanted to ask, because it would certainly be an awkward run.
I don't think you would be able to carry everyone, honestly.
All right,
Especially since you'd have to, find the pier to carry the pier.
That's very true.
fair point.
And I know your passive perception.
Yes. It's absolute horseshit.
So-
yeah.
I'm gonna just gently say probably not this. Probably not.
All right, so
You'd definitely be bogged down as well, so you'd be moving at half speed anyway, which
oh yeah, so even a dash.
I think we should just run.
Yeah. All right, so we're dashing.
all of a sudden
Yeah,
a
we're
bush
dashing.
just starts pointing.
Right, that way.
Thanks, friendly tree ant.
The Lorax guides us this day.
So yeah, roll me another survival check.
Ooh.
30-20, I think.
Very nice.
Yep, 30-20.
Oh, good. Okay. So yeah, with honestly, Fen is mostly leading and finding kind of the best paths that make at least the least amount of noise away from the very large flying things, and you manage to escape the very large flying things as you continue deeper into the forest.
Dun dun dun.
You walk for most of the day. It starts to get darker and things like that as you head towards an area where you can hopefully make camp for the night, as this is going to be a couple days worth of journey.
Excellent. And we're heading north because that's where the chimeras were, and the ruins are also to the north.
Yeah,
As
the
I
chimeras and they're kind of near each other, but kind of
Catty-cornered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both north, one is slightly more east, the other slightly more west.
Gotcha.
Thank you
Alright,
for that.
who wants to... How do we want to do the watches?
I'll take first watch.
As you
Alright.
guys set up camp, Vah'pyr just appeared from the bushes.
The
Ah!
Lorax return.
That was a fun little jog.
It was kind of fun. I wonder if you could tame those big bugs.
I tap Finn on the leg.
Yes, Strix.
What's a thorax?
Oh, it's a thing. It's like an elf, but it's furry, and it's supposed to speak to trees or something. I think it's a druid.
It's a nature spirit. They're lovely.
Elf?
Yeah, like a furbog, only,
Smaller.
yeah, much smaller. It's like a cross between an elf, a furbog, and a dwarf.
Out of nowhere, you hear, I speak for the trees.
I don't know. It seems kind of suspicious that Fen knows about this.
My mother is half wood elf.
So how are we handling the watches?
That's a valid point.
I'll take. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, if we were doing one or two at a time, how we wanted to split it up.
I mean, usually they're about 2 hours at a whack, and there's only 5 of us, so we could roll
One at a time at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll take second watch then, since Glib's going to take first, he said. And then who wants to take third and fourth?
I'll take third.
Excellent.
I guess that'll mean me to take fourth.
Fantastic.
Who
And
wants a second?
what's
I
that?
want to watch by myself.
Well, you're off.
Take a second.
But that would be our 4 watches, wouldn't it?
I will help
Yes,
somebody.
so that would be Glib, and then Fen and Strix, Edwin, and Vah'pyr. What it sounded like.
Excellent.
Okay.
Blah. So set up camp, get yourselves together, have a nice dinner of what you have. Fen, go ahead and make me another con save.
Excellent. And how far would we say I've gotten through that bottle, given that I poured half of it?
It's looking a little empty.
I'm disappointed in that. That's a 16, by the way.
Okay.
We're sprinting.
You are feeling it, but you're still on 2 legs.
Oh, good. That's the best way.
Yep.
You were going to have one hell of a hangover in the morning.
Yeah, but that's what the other bottle's for.
That's fair. I used to have a sideline selling hangover cures, but,
Can't get hungover if you're never sober.
That's
There is
also
that.
true.
I guess.
It's very true, actually. All right.
So I'm gonna
So,
go to bed.
indeed,
yeah.
sleep some of this off before my watch.
All right.
All right.
So Glib, you have dark vision, yes?
I do.
Fantastic. Go ahead and make me that perception roll.
Here we go. Oh boy. That is going to be a 6. Sorry, a 7.
So we're all gonna get eaten by chimeras.
Everything's fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine.
Finally, some time to work on my tinker box.
Yes. Are you going to use your barking dog or your
I'm gonna go with the barking dog.
best plan? Best plan. Go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity check.
Okay. Oh, I'm better at that. That is going to be 16.
Fantastic. Yeah, the instructions are fairly easy to understand, and you're pretty content that you are able to do about as much as a 6-year-old. And you get pretty far into your little box.
We did it. We're better than a 6-year-old. Or at least on par. I hope nothing's eaten my friends.
I mean,
I mean,
as
I don't
far
have a
as you
foot, but
can
it's all right.
tell, everything's fine.
All right, back to tinkering.
Yeah. And you get through the rest of your watch. Everything goes as as normal as you can tell.
Oh, that's good enough for me.
Where's me
All right.
arm?
Hey, Fen.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's your time.
Oh, all right. I think Strix said she's gonna do it with me, and I'm gonna wake up Strix. Strix is me. I don't need Owl.
Okay.
Bissell chicken, sure, but not Owl.
Yep.
They don't have feathers. They're barely birds. It's fine. It's mostly mouth.
Okay. I'm awake, I swear.
All right. I'm gonna make a little bit of coffee for the watch.
All right, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary, so good luck.
I will give Strix advantage because I guarantee your perception's better than mine.
Nat 20.
Nice!
Ooh.
Nice.
Thank God, because the first one was not that good.
Oh, so glad.
We're all gonna
Okay.
die.
Yeah, so your watch, you do see traces on the edge of the camp where it looks like something kind of moseyed through, and you see some hints that maybe something was sniffing around, but it seems to be gone at this point, so you're fine.
Sniffing around where exactly?
The bags that hold the food, predominantly.
No, Diabear, going for food.
A what?
Diabear? It's like a bear, but it's got protrusions.
Daya?
Yes, the situation gets quite dire if you encounter a Diabear.
I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I was in a monastery for like the last 10 years.
Well, all right. I mean,
I don't know what that is.
it's like a bear. A bear? No? I'm gonna try and draw a bear in the dirt with my sword.
Great. Roll me a dexterity check at disadvantage, because I'm definitely not letting you have this full having drunk a full thing of paint thinner.
He had
They're-
some coffee.
They're both 12, so 14.
It looks like a very scary thing with very sharp teeth that probably wants to eat you, Strix.
It's like,
Honestly, there's a part of it that looks like Fen, but with bigger teeth and claws.
I kind of look at the picture, and I look up at Finn. I look down at the picture, like, are you gonna eat me?
I can't draw. I make swords. I don't draw.
I kind of hop away a little bit. I'm like,
I'm just gonna kick the drawing with my foot.
are you sure?
I turn into a giant half-elf. I'm not a bear. I can't draw. I just make weapons. That's what I do. Like the hammer whip, these swords. Pull out one of the throwing hammers like this. I pull out my hand. The throwing hammer?
Yeah.
This is a hammer. You throw it, and I throw it at a tree.
Roll me an attack roll. This I'll actually give you because, that's the thing you could probably do drunk or sober.
That is the 13.
Just barely beats that tree's AC.
I mean, you throw it and it doesn't hit the way you're used to it hitting, but you also don't realize that it looks like there's two trees where there should be one, but you still manage to kind of like graze the side of it and take off some of the bark, leave a little bit of a dent. Not as much as you would have hoped, considering your usual skill, But you're pretty much a full bottle into paint thinner, so.
That's fair. I'm gonna go retrieve the hammer. Or stumble and try and retrieve the hammer. Oh, I should probably go easy on the bottle tomorrow.
That might not be a bad idea.
No, I thought you were gonna say it wasn't gonna be a good idea.
I mean, maybe just not as much.
No, fair enough. I suppose we continue until the end of our watch, and then we wake up Edwin.
Edwin? Yeah. At some point you do think you hear some strange clicking noises, but they sound far enough from camp that you realize it's just like there's probably something there, Strix, but it's far enough away that you're pretty confident it's not coming towards camp, so you're fine. And yeah, then the next watch belongs to Edwin.
Excellent.
Tis me.
Tis you.
Alrighty.
Apparently something was trying to sniff at our food, and then there was something clicking off in the distance, but otherwise we got nothing.
Lovely. Okay.
Indeed.
Well, good night.
Good night. I go to bed.
Good night, Strix.
Good night.
And I kind of hop around and I just sit.
Alright, Edwin, go ahead and make me your perception. Actually, oh yeah, you're a tiefling. You've definitely got dark vision. Go for it. Make me a perception check.
That would be a 21.
Oh, holy bananas.
Ow.
Yeah, so you're watching, you're listening. Everything, the forest isn't quiet. It's still pretty intimidating with the sounds and things like that. At some point you think you hear some sort of strange barking, but it also could be paranoia from hearing about abyssal chickens earlier. You're not entirely sure. Yeah, for the most part it seems like nothing is getting past you and your awesome tiefling eye.
Alrighty. I'll most likely spend the 2 hours kind of tinkering away on my loot, but keeping it strumming away, not tinkering, but keeping it low as to not wake everyone up.
Fair enough.
And then I will wake up Vah'pyr.
All right. Vah'pyr.
What's the situation, lad?
There are things out there,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't seem like they're close or coming near us. So have fun.
Oh, you know me. I can have a good time anywhere. Trust me.
Sure. I'm gonna go to bed.
I feel like people don't trust me.
Man, I wonder.
Ask
Now
that
remind me,
question.
Vah'pyr, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you do not have dark vision.
I do not. I believe only fire Genasi get dark vision, so
Yeah, and you are an air Genasi.
indeed.
So why did I not do watch with him?
You said the second, so I gave you to Fen. So yeah, Vah'pyr, go ahead and roll me a perception check at disadvantage.
Oh boy, this is gonna be disappointing, gang. Yep, that's a 7.
That's not that bad.
Nothing. Yeah, it seems fine. In fact, you don't even hear the noises that everyone's done saying we're out there. Like you're pretty sure this forest is empty.
Yeah, he's a
Spent
little
2
busy
hours.
having a conversation with people that aren't here.
I spent 2 hours staring directly into the fire.
Actually, you're not far off. You're not far off at all.
I'm gonna wake up without fingers because something's gonna come by and have eaten them.
I don't know. Watch your I'm not that evil. It's fine.
I mean, she isn't wearing the dark.
Yeah, I'm not a
Unicorn.
Doomacorn. I'm just a regular old unicorn right now. never possibly do something evil when wearing my not evil. What kind of a monster do you take me
But
for?
she admits she has evil horns.
She does.
They're purple.
In black.
And
Offense to
evil.
And evil!
So yeah, as the rest of them wake up, I end my conversation with myself.
Fantastic. You end your conversation with yourself, and you wake up. Your long rest kind of comes to a close, and you wake up, and if y'all would join me right over here on the map.
I'd rather not, if I can avoid it.
Hey, it's our old friends.
Gonna cook breakfast.
Fen, you wake up with a very familiar looking, terrifying face, pretty close to you digging through your bag looking for food. And Strix, you hear kind of like...
Oh, can I get Fen's medium, or, well, I'm probably going to be going Giants fight in a minute anyway. Never mind.
Yeah. And then y'all wake up, and I'm gonna need everybody to roll me initiatives, and then just click on your numbers. And, so, as you wake up, you see 3, gross and disgusting forms of flesh and tooth and just nastiness standing in front of you, as well as something new to everyone, some sort of strange winged pokey thing.
Hey, get away from our stuff! Ah!
So, Edwin, you get to move first.
Oh boy.
What would you like to do?
Okay, I am going to cast Shatter. And I'm going to attempt to get at least 2 of them, maybe 3 if I can, because it's within a 10-foot radius of a point I choose.
You might be able to get all 4.
I don't think you can get all 4. If you click and hold on the map and show me where you're placing it.
I'm trying to see where I could.
There we go. So approximately there. I think you do.
Yeah, you could get all 4.
Oh yeah, you can get all 4.
Well then, I'm gonna go for that then.
Fantastic, and that is Constitution saving throws, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
It's a 14 save.
14. Got it.
Oh, for broke.
What is not written down? All right. So that is a fail for 1. That is a success for 2. That is a success for 3.
Yeah.
And that is a success for the flying thing as well, who actually did the same thing. But this one here you do manage to get.
Yeah, so the one that failed takes 14 thunder damage, and the ones that passed take 7 thunder damage.
Wow. Terrifying. Alright, so... Alright.
And they're all dead.
And you said 14 for the first one? And then the rest takes 7?
Yes. Yeah, half.
Alright. Très belle. Is that your turn?
And, then I'm gonna kinda... I'm gonna give a point of bardic inspiration to Vah'pyr.
Alright.
And be like, alright. You know what to do. Get 'em. Earn your breakfast.
Yeah. Yep.
And that'll be it for me.
Fantastic. Which I believe brings us to Vah'pyr's turn. So, Vah'pyr.
Which one of these weird-looking gentlemen looked like they got the most rocked by the shatter?
The guy with blue on him.
This in here?
Yeah, that one right there.
Alrighty, so we're gonna go 5, 10, 15. We're gonna bonus action aim to give myself advantage.
Alright.
That's not great. That's, 9. That's a 15.
Alright. 15, on
You also have the inspiration.
that guy. 15 hits.
15 hits, okay.
15 hits.
Not gonna waste the inspiration if I don't have to, and that's with my rapier, by the way.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, so we're gonna stab him for only 6 damage. But I also get my sneak attack. 4. That's 2d6. That's another 6 damage.
Alright. So that was 12 damage total, yes?
12 damage total, yeah.
Fantastic. So that guy looks like he's almost rotisserie. Not quite, but he's certainly meeting death face to face as we speak. Which brings us to his turn, actually.
Right.
Yeah, so you're standing right in front of him.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you just made him out quite a bit. So first thing he's gonna try to do is bite you.
Mm-hmm.
But a 9, I'm assuming does not hit.
Try again.
Yeah, figured that much. And then he's gonna try to scratch you with some claws. But I think a 20 probably has a better chance of hitting.
I mean, in a world where we're bound by arbitrary numbers, sure.
Unfortunately, this time I get to make the arbitrary numbers, so yes! Which is, 6 damage.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. And, this guy here is actually going to take up and fly over to you, and then it's his turn to try.
Sure.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry, did you say it flew?
Yeah.
Hasn't even got feathers. This doesn't seem possible.
It's like falling with style.
Yeah, so, and that, that is hold on, sorry, this is math. 23 hit you?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it chomps down onto your arm. Oh, but that's not very much. Don't worry about that. It's not gonna hurt much. It's gonna do... It's gonna do another 6 damage. I rolled max on that.
Save me, hurt them.
And then it's gonna try to strike out at you and does an 18 hit.
It does, unfortunately.
Oh, fair enough. So that is another 4 points of damage.
Good A.
Yeah, and then this one over here, orange guy, is actually going to...
Be cool?
Sort of. He's gonna fly over to Edwin here, because he saw Edwin make clapping sounds, and then all of a sudden he hurt, and he didn't like that very much.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
he's gonna try to bite Edwin. Does a 15 hit you?
Unfortunately.
Ah, fair enough. So that's... his teeth sink into you, but it's only for 3 damage. Yeah, 3 damage. And then he tries to strike out with his claws, and totally misses with an 8. So, you get this gross maw sinking its teeth into you, and then it kicks out its legs trying to hit you as well, but you manage to get around those. Which brings us to Fenn's turn.
I don't like that they have teeth.
You alright?
It's a bit gross, isn't it?
So first thing I'm going to do is pop Giant Smite, so we don't need to worry about that part.
So you're big, which is why I didn't do anything.
Yeah. I'm going to... You said blue one looks like he's almost dead?
Blue one is meeting death face to face as we speak. He's ringing the doorbell.
All right.
Answer the door, Fen.
Kick down the door.
I'm going to move here because I'm sure that my other two friends can deal with orange over here. And I'm going to strike out with my two long swords.
Yes. Sword.
So that is a 16 and a 14 for the first two. And
Is explain?
2 hit.
Okay.
16 and a 14.
Okay. Do one at a time for me, just because, like,
Apologies.
You're
Give
good.
me-
So the first one is a 16, you said?
Correct.
That hits, so go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Kill it.
Yeah, well, because, like, this close to death, I don't want you to, like, waste your move, so it's better for you if you do one at a time.
That's true.
Like I said, his beak is on death's doorway. His fleshy maw.
Stop, Fen. He's already dead.
Can we stop saying fleshy maw, please?
That's 6 damage with the first strike.
Yeah, so he gets sliced in half and turned into bird paste.
Excellent. And then I'm going to hit the green one.
The green one.
And the new roll... I'm sorry, it's proficiency and modifier? Or just the modifier?
Yeah, proficiency and modifier.
Okay, so that is 19 to hit. Yeah, I'm looking at the actions specifically, so I can keep track of my actions a little bit better.
Fair enough. So you said it was 19 to hit?
That was 19 to hit.
Yeah,
the second one.
hits. That definitely hits.
And I'm gonna dump Giant Smite into this one.
Okay.
And yeah, just Giant Smite for this one.
Okay.
Okay, so that is 11 plus 3. So 14.
14 points
Yep.
of damage?
Kill
Okay,
it, kill
let
it,
me
kill it,
just-
kill it, kill
Let
it.
me just do that math real quick. Not times.
Times 14.
Times 14 is dead.
You got that kill streak multiplier going on.
Right? And let's hope. 'Cause I got
No,
one
it
more
was
strike.
it would have given it more life. So yes.
Okay,
that-
and then I have one more attack.
Okie dokie. And he's looking pretty close to death's door himself.
And that's 14.
14?
Yeah.
That also hits.
Okay.
Wow.
And this one I'm gonna dump fire chains into.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Okie dokie.
I don't like the way you said that.
Wait, who did you hit?
I'm going for the flying one.
I mean, they all fly.
The green one?
No,
Okay.
this one, the demon looking
Oh, that changes things significantly. It still hits though.
thing. Okay. Yeah, because I figure he's getting weaker, and Fen usually likes to go whap whap, and then he likes to piss off all the things at the same time.
Yeah, you know.
So that is 1, right? 15 total damage.
15 total damage.
5 of it is fire.
5 of it is fire. Okay, so... And then, your sword, is it magical?
My swords are not.
Okay. And they're not silvered?
Correct.
Fantastic. So you said 5 of it was magical?
And, right, and then, of course I picked them up like an idiot. While we were still doing the math.
You good. So yeah, and that's your turn, yes?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Glib!
Alrighty. Just a point of order real quick. Do you do the double diagonal where it's like 5 and then 10 on the next one?
No, 'cause math.
Okay, that's fair. In that case, Glib steps up right behind the chicken accosting Edwin and takes a swing at it with his fancy sword. Ooh. I don't know if we hit. We're about to find out. I was hoping to not have to do math. How's an 11 look?
Unfortunately, the chicken sees you coming and goes, and manages to get out of the way of a swing like that.
Alright. Well, that's pretty much all I got.
So that's your turn?
Hey, chicken! I hate you! No, it's over.
Alright, Strix, it is now your turn.
Yes. And everybody went and screwed my plans up.
That's fair. They like to
Tell
do
us your
that moving
plans.
people's.
Well, you stepped in the way.
Them moving people, they tend to
Communication
do
is
that.
important.
Yes. Becoming a giant owl is important too.
Giant. Cool.
Okay, so she sees Glib step in the path where she was gonna head. So she changes directions and she's gonna run up this way, and while she's running, she's pulling out her fan.
Kidoki?
She flares it out, and it's this big, giant, intricate fan with silver glazed on the tip of it. Like it's got a shine to it around the edges. And she is going to take a swipe at the chicken.
Fantastic. Go ahead and roll me.
All right, and that is a 18.
18. That hits.
All right.
And that would be the slashing damage for that one. 'Cause
Yes,
the
correct.
slash.
On the green chicken.
Yes.
And
Well, you don't look like you're gonna eat me.
And that is 12.
12. All right. So you slice that chicken in half.
Okay. And let's see, I was here. And that went 10, 15. Okay, so then 5, 10. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to run over to this chicken.
Fantastic.
And I am going to use bonus action flurry of blows.
Very nice. Very nice. And Fen, I forgot to tell you, but unfortunately the fire damage doesn't look like it did what you wanted it to. Or really anything at all.
Seems fair enough, yeah.
Ooh, nice, nice, nice. That is a total of 25.
25 to hit?
The chicken.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Okay. That is 7 damage for the first hit.
All right. I missed it.
That. The 16 to hit for the second one.
that also hit. Sorry, you said the first damage was 7?
Yes.
Alright. Sorry, I have to math is making my spell.
Hey, isn't it great when breakfast comes to you?
It's true, you guys now have bacon.
That's amazing.
I'm sorry, we do not have bacon. We have chicken.
Chicken bacon.
We've got
Delicious.
sulfuric
Bacon
drumsticks.
takes a long time to make.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
this
like
is-
that you called the chicken bacon. It makes certain assumptions about the biology of these creatures that I don't like.
And then the second one, it was a 16, so that hit too, right?
Yes, that did hit.
Okay, so that is going to be 8 damage.
Alright, fantastic. So he's looking pretty rough. He's looking really rough. He's also on his way to meeting death. You know, Death wants to bring him in for tea. It's fine. Which I believe is the end of your turn, yes?
Yes.
Which brings us to the Spine Devil. Which kind of makes a at Fen, because, you know, fire. That's cute. And then he's going to... Sorry, I'm reading things real quick. It is going to try to bite at Fen real quick. Does a 19 hit?
It does.
Fantastic. That would... I need to grab...
You know it's bad when she's grabbing more dice.
That's a lot of noise.
It's okay.
That's a lot of noise for just, my favorite dice I somehow can find. There we go.
She needs to bust out the favorite dice for this, Fen.
You see, normally people get a little intimidated by Fen, but this guy's showing a little spine.
So that would be 6 points of damage.
And
Or-
Orange Abyssal Chicken is very unhappy about that.
Oh no! Orange Abyssal Chicken?
I'm going to pop the Cloud Rune as a reaction.
Fair enough. That takes... Orange looks like he's already rung death's door and he is waiting on it. And the devil gets real mad at that and goes...
Yeah, right back at you.
And he's gonna try to poke you with his fork. Oof.
He's trying to fork me?
Yeah, he's trying to fork you, but unfortunately, that misses because he nat ones and he just kind of squeaks.
How does
wild.
it feel to be attempted to be forked?
It's not great.
And then,
It's kind of forked, really.
what is 20 feet? All right. So Vah'pyr, he sees you over there and he's like, this didn't work out so well, and I didn't like that.
What does that mean?
Does a 13 hit you?
No, it does not.
Fantastic. So all of a sudden, this, like, crazy weird spine flies from its tail and swings past your shoulder, and it feels a little warm. And I didn't like that. But that brings us to the end of the Spine Devil's turn, which brings us to Edwin.
Alrighty. Let's see
Get
if
'em.
we can finish off this fella. I'm going to pull out my +1 rapier. And let's see how it handles. Well, I rolled a 19, so does a 25 hit?
Yes, that hits. That hits.
Fantastic.
Just a little touch and go there for a sec.
Came close.
And max damage. So
So
12.
it just turns into chicken paste.
12 damage.
Yeah,
Maybe we can make sandwiches with that.
you did 10 extra damage, so it just turns to goo on the end of your weapon. Yeah,
Ew.
your rapier just kind of.
I just poked it and it just.
Yeah.
Just deflates.
Pretty much, honestly. Yeah. Is that the guys? Got anything else?
It's I don't know if I can move. Yeah, that's just. Well, actually, no. Hold on. Excuse me. I'm gonna try and move up here, and I'm gonna go ahead and if things would cooperate.
Never.
I'm gonna try since the fire didn't work. I'm gonna try shooting Ray of Frost.
Is it a bonus action?
Oh, actually, no.
Is it a cantrip?
It is a cantrip.
But attacking with his rapier is his action.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
No.
You're right.
He
Ignore
doesn't
me.
get to
I don't
it
know what I'm
though.
doing.
He's a barb.
Yeah, don't listen to me. I've never played
He's
this game
a
before.
barb.
Yes, I have.
Yes, you have.
That's yes, I have. For years.
bye.
That's-
That's Vapyr's job.
I'm just gonna toss inspiration at Fen.
Fair enough.
Excellent.
That is a bonus action. That works. All right, which I believe brings us to the end of your turn. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Lovely. Which brings us to Vah'pyr.
Alright, so what we're going to do is 5, 10, 15, 20. And we're going to take a swipe with advantage because of flanking you.
Yeah, advance.
That's a nat 20.
That's a nat 20. Beautiful.
Oh,
So that's-
that's a sad spine devil.
Yeah, that's a nat 20 with me rapier, so that's going to be... hold on. So that's going to be 10 damage turned to 20. And then it's my sneak attack, which is going to be 6 damage turned to 12, so a total of 32.
Remind me of something. Or,
Yes.
I mean, I want to double check something. Sneak attack, it doesn't count as non-magical, or it doesn't count as magical or anything.
No,
does
no, it does not. No.
So it doesn't overcome any specific immunities or resistances?
No, sadly.
Okay. And you said that was 12 sneak attack damage?
Yes.
Alright. He didn't like that for certain, but he's still standing.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Things suddenly got a little worrisome for all of up here.
And next would be the Abyssal Chicken's turn. But if I'm not mistaken, you turned all of them to goo. So, you sunk my flesh birds.
My chicken ship.
Yeah. you killed my chickens, man.
You
Which
sunk my
brings us-
really creepy battleship.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone's in the
which-
hen house.
Brings us to Fen.
And you just this entire time Vah'pyr has not stopped saying, kill it, kill it, kill it.
All right, I'm going to stab it with a longsword. I'm going to kind of repeat what I did to the Alpha Grig. So I'm going to stab it with the longsword.
Okay.
You have inspiration.
You have inspiration. I'm going to use that. It's a... Which
D6.
dice is it? D6?
Yeah.
Alright.
Goes away after 10 minutes, so we got one thing left. Might as well.
Excellent. So that is 18 to hit.
That hits.
Fantastic. I'm going to roll the damage on that one and dump Giant's Might into it. Because who knows if I'll hit the next ones. That is 3 plus 3. No, wrong thing. 3 plus 3, and then 1 Giant's Might. So 7 damage total, 6 slashing, 1 Giant's Might. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Does.
So Okay. I'm going
Alright.
to leave the longsword in him and grab the hammer whip again. And I'm going to attempt to grapple it.
Alright.
With the chain whip.
Okay. Yeah. I would make that an attack versus an acrobatics or athletics for that. Trying to brain through some of this stuff.
Okay, because that's an 18 to grapple.
Yeah, it wins.
Okay.
That definitely beats a 10.
Okay, and then that should be my main actions. I'm just going to... shit, where's the... I get a bonus action, don't I, if I burn something like Second Wind or something?
Probably.
You get an extra round of attacks if you burn Action Surge.
Action Surge, that's the one I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm going to burn my Action Surge.
Okie dokie.
And I'm going to stab it while it's grappled.
Okie dokie. I would argue that has advantage.
Thank God. Not much better. That's 15 to hit.
That hits.
First one was a 9. Second one was a 10.
These are fairly easy squishy things.
And that is 5 slashing damage.
5?
Yep.
Okay.
So, and I'm just holding him grappled with the hammer whip.
Fair enough. Which brings us to Glib. You want to get on
Alrighty.
this pinata, friend?
Figured, but might as well. Glib's
I
gonna
want
move 30
candy.
feet, 50, 20, 25, 30. On the way there, the motes of light that make up his mage armor are going to shoot forth and try and hit the spine devil, effectively hexing him and giving him disadvantage on dexterity checks. He is then going to use his action to make an attack roll with his fancy magical scimitar.
Oh!
And that is going to be a 16.
That hits.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna stop you before you do anything, though. Would you like to give me that sweet, sweet bean footage?
All right, so the chain, or the spine devil is grappled by this chain, and Glib runs up. The motes of light hit it, and it slows down, kind of absorbing the light, and be like, wait a sec, what's going on? And then Glib, in a spinning flourish, helps separate the head from the body.
And it looks absolutely beautiful as Glib just kind of straight out of a movie, the slow-mo, the head kind of like rolls and then turns into ash and dust as it blows away in the wind, and the rest of the body falls and disintegrates into the grass. And you have defeated my chicken herder puzzle.
So Glib does that thing where you flick the blood off the sword, and then he tries to put it back in his belt, but he misses a couple times. He's like, all right.
So, right off the bat, how hard does it look like? How deeply are the spines embedded in this thing?
Well, she said it turned to ash.
Yeah, the body kind of
Turn to ash. Never mind then.
Devils don't have a tendency of sticking around, so.
Yeah, Yeah.
After everything's all said and done, are there any bits of chicken left?
Oh, there's tons of bits of chicken left.
So I kind of look around. I'm like,
Does anybody want some chicken for breakfast?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. So remember we were saying this is the chicken. It tastes like chicken, but wrong.
Okay.
Aren't you a bird, though?
Would you just give me a minute? I'm not going to eat the chicken because that is,
Cannibalism?
yes. But
I don't think that's technically correct.
It
I
is
don't
a
feel
demon.
comfortable eating other birds, Glib.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I will happily cook you all some chicken, though.
and
I'd
she-
argue that's weirder.
She starts digging around. I know. She starts digging around in her pack for her cook's utensils.
All right. I mean, I'll take it.
I just want this on the record. I'm the one you guys don't trust.
Oh no, this is completely weird.
Okay.
No,
as long as-
also that's still correct.
Still don't
Let
trust.
the record show.
And as y'all start to get ready for your breakfast, I believe that will take us into our break.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Indeed.
We'll be back here in just a few moments, so have fun, guys. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
All right, welcome back, everyone. So glad to have you. I hope you had a wonderful break. We certainly enjoyed ours. And let's get back into the adventures of our intrepid adventurers. Yay!
Adventure!
Adventure!
I had a great break. I found my cup.
Kick. Ooh, professional smarta. Good one. So y'all cook up some abyssal chicken. Which the owl, for many reasons, does not eat.
Go ahead, judge me. It's fine. I was the cook in the monastery. I had to do this crap all the time. It's fine.
And Vah'pyr is actually going to down his potion of healing because he's the only one that got fucked up in that fight.
Oh, I've been there, mate.
Yeah, you had some
Strix,
birds on your butt.
If you don't want to cook, we could cook too.
I
Oh,
like
yeah.
cooking. I like cooking.
Oh, well, it sounded like you were...
being made fun of for cooking chicken for everybody.
It's alright, I get made fun for being a drunk. You get used to it.
I mean,
No.
I don't make fun of you. I am concerned.
Yeah, I don't think anybody makes fun of you for it. I think everybody just wants to help.
Yeah.
Concern, tasing. I mean, you know.
No, I have no problem drinking with you. I am just concerned at the amount that you consume on a regular.
Speaking of, Fen,
I haven't had a chance to drink yet. We woke up and we got into a fight with abyssal flapheads.
It's true.
As far as I'm concerned, a drunk audience is my best friend, so...
I woke up to demonic...
That is terrifying.
I do not make fun. I amusedly ignore it.
Yeah.
However, if there's coffee, there might be a shot in it.
Well, Strix has made a lovely breakfast of abyssal chicken with some of her herbs from her herbalism kit.
Ooh.
That kills the sulfur taste right away.
Yeah.
It certainly makes it taste a little better. There's still kind of like an excess salt flavor, but it's not quite so gunpowdery, so.
It's mildly palatable now.
How many herbs did you use? And or spices?
I just used a sprinkle here and a sprinkle there, a little oregano,
Fen,
basil.
I forgot. You would have the Heward's Handy Spice Pouch.
I would have Hewitt's Handy Spice Pouch.
Yeah, you would have that. Because that was an item you had, so it'd be in the bag of holding.
I'm going to then give that to Strix before she starts cooking.
Fantastic. Heward's Handy Spice Pouch is a magical spice pouch where you can reach your hand in, say the name of an herb or spice, and instantly have it. It has a certain number of charges a day, so let me remember how many that is.
Congratulations, you've been promoted to official cook of the party.
Strix is absolutely fascinated by this thing and gets very excited. Like, very excited.
I wanted to see what you could do first before I started offering unsolicited barbecue advice, but it's coming.
But it has phenomenal unsolicited barbecue advice. It has 10 charges in it, so you can use it up to 10 times in a day.
10 times a day?
Mm-hmm.
I get to spice things up 10 times a day?
Yeah.
Awesome.
You know, I don't think we ever thought about the combat capabilities, but you reach in, get a little cayenne.
Oh. Mistakes were made.
You'd have to roll for blindness at that point. That's just rude.
That's fantastic, is what that is.
But see, when you throw it into their face, you have to yell, "Chew on this."
Oh, Lord.
Or, that's spicy!
That's speciminable.
I'm a big fan of the classic "Bam" by the wizard Emeril.
Take a point of inspiration for that one, my friend.
Thank God. I thought
nostalgia factor right there.
I thought this was about to start trending in a Guy Fieri direction, and I was not going to be happy about it.
Welcome to Flavor Town.
Monkey.
Emeril Lagasse. Bam.
Oh, man.
So, what are we doing after breakfast? Are we?
I mean, we haven't hit the dark area of the forest. How far north did they say it was up here?
How far north did they say it was? Omnipotent voice in my head.
They didn't.
They didn't.
Oh, shit.
Hey, let's get these adventurers out of town while we rebuild. Just send them north. We'll say that there's a patch of forest that's just kind of dark. That's all of
Work
them.
out fantastically.
Those idiots.
Work out fantastically.
If I'd thought about it at the time, I would have asked them to draw me a map. But I was, yeah.
So, thinking on where the ruin is, do we know how far to the northwest the ruin was?
It was a 6-day journey from Les Edwin. You have now
Okay.
traveled
1 day, so
2 full days.
Okay, so we
Because you traveled from Les Edwin to Obervaren, which is a full day's travel.
Oh, so
and
it was-
then 1 day
okay,
out of
right.
Obervaren.
Okay, so we've got 4 days to the ruin, and they didn't mention the ruin at all to Vah'pyr, so can I roll just a general intelligence check to see if I can estimate roughly where the Chimera location would be in relation to the ruin?
That would be a survival check.
Having said that, though, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like I remember them mentioning like a rocky outcropping or something like that.
Yeah, so the forest gets slightly more rocky in the area that is more dark.
Have we encountered that yet?
The terrain certainly seems to be getting a little bit more rough. You wouldn't say it's necessarily rocky quite yet, but...
All right, so having said that, despite the fact that I got very vague directions, I do think we're headed in the right direction.
Excellent.
You did get some vague directions.
Well, I say we keep going.
I'm definitely down for that. I'm gonna go ahead and roll that survival check, Keeper, just so that I have it. That's an 18 to give a rough estimation.
Fantastic. As it looks like, and from your experience in the forest, it seems like the further... Let me remember how directions work. Never eat soggy waffles. It seems the more western you go, the more rocky things start to look. Whereas the more eastern you go, the more verdant things start to look.
All right. I have 5 inspiration charges now.
Yeah.
Not
You
fair.
have special sauce, don't you?
I do.
Let me remember what your special sauce is, 'cause I gotta look at that.
It's in the
jelly.
It's in the archive.
Oh, that's fair.
Because I was just
Like
looking for
Thousand
myself.
Island.
So for those of us friends that do not know, special sauce is a special thing that you can do as you collect points of inspiration. Once you get 5 of them, you have a special unique ability that is one of a kind and only you can do, and you can do that by spending those 5 inspiration points. All right. Are you saying you want to use your special sauce ability?
It has to do with like finding, like being able to just cut through terrain.
You are a
super-
child of a plant-oriented village and the descendant of elves long known for their difficult lifestyles. When you use your special sauce feature, you can easily navigate the surrounding terrain, no matter how difficult. You may scale or climb any rock surface as though you had a climbing speed. You may climb for 10 minutes or navigate terrain for 1 hour. So you make
Okay.
navigating terrain easier for yourself and the rest of your party for an hour.
All right, I'm gonna hold on to it, but we might need it. So I'm gonna hold on to it for the moment. All right.
Yeah.
So I kind of move us. I'll kind of start to lead the group a little bit more towards the rocks then. Since Vah'pyr said that the Chimera nest was closer to a rocky outcropping.
Fair enough,
So-
yeah. So that will be... Are you going to use your... Sorry, I'm moving things just real quick for things to be easier to function. Are you going to use that as your survival check for the day? Or do you want to make another one?
Yeah, I can. I'll use that as my survival check for the day then.
Très belle. Then would someone like to make me a perception check?
I'll give advantage to whoever wants it.
I will.
Oh, okay.
Huzzah!
Go ahead.
Ooh.
Mine's very bad. Sometimes it's just fun to not be good at it.
Glib just likes helping.
There's a rock. There's a plant. There's a bush.
14.
Do we see any bunnies?
I like bunny.
I do too.
Don't you dare say they taste good.
But they.
You're
I
an
mean,
owl.
they're little
Don't!
fingers.
That's what owls eat.
You're an
Yeah.
owl, yeah.
I'm a vegetarian.
This owl's freaking weird.
I like it. I'm down.
The uncommon barn owl.
Yeah.
I don't trust an owl that won't eat a rabbit.
I am not a barn owl. That was insulting.
He's a monastery bacon owl.
Ah, yes, the mythical bacon owl, seen in her natural habitat, deep in the heart of the monastery, where she chops to bits little abyssal chickens and turns them to sizzling delicious.
Believe it or not, she's called a barn owl.
That's fair. That's fair.
Bard,
So-
B-A-R-R-D.
You walk through this forest, Ben easily being able to tell how different things look and the terrain starts to function. As you walk deeper and deeper in, you do start to see rocks starting to climb up from the ground, although all of you have seen rocks of different sorts. Some of you have even seen mountainous style rocks, and Glib specifically, you know rocks like they are your lifeblood. You've lived rocks.
I used to
These-
live in them.
Exactly. These look a little different than you would expect with rocks. And as you wander, you come towards a section of the forest that looks particularly sick. The rocks are black basalt as they climb and pile themselves, and there just is an eerie aura where the trees look menacing, vines hanging at odd angles, looking like they have some sort of strange substance running down. Everything just feels a little sickened in this particular area.
Guys, these are bad rocks.
Well, I think we found the area they were talking about.
Yeah, this certainly feels ominous.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
Proceed with caution, then.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
Stealth
Can
up.
I
Yeah.
examine the substance on the trees using the tip of my magical sword? So I don't actually have to touch it.
Fantastic. Sorry, what are you doing with your magical sword? Because I just heard magical sword. For some reason, my brain shut out everything else after that.
I
Or
get
before
it. You say magical sword, that's what happens.
It's very distracting.
So you mentioned that there was some gross liquid on the trees, and so Glib would like to use the side of his magical sword to scrape some off so he could look at it without actually having to touch it.
Fantastic. And it is kind of a thick, viscous liquid, and as it drips onto the sword, it looks kind of red, almost, as it drips onto the sword.
Hmm. Would a can I roll a nature on it?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me nature.
All right. I rolled, and that was a 19.
19. You don't think it's blood. It smells kind of funny, but it certainly has the viscosity of blood as well as the appearance. You think it's probably some sort of, like... If you had to hazard a guess, you'd say it's probably some sort of sap. However, it's definitely not from the prime-material plane.
Mmm.
What you got?
Guys, don't drink this.
Well, I didn't plan
Wasn't,
on it.
yeah.
I know everybody wants to drink this cool sap, but you definitely shouldn't.
It's not maple syrup then.
Yeah, even I wouldn't sell this. I've got limits.
Oh, you
But
can
what am
find
I
us
going to
app.
put on my stack of abyssal pancakes?
No, we could maybe make so you can, if they're savory, you could use some of that basalt.
Abyssal.
So, Vah'pyr's going to go ahead and roll stealth, if that's permissible.
Go for it.
I'm going to try and fail at stealthing.
That's a
Yeah,
15.
That's
You're trying to fail, or
No, I knew I was going to. I rolled a 3 on die.
so we've got a 15, a 3, or sorry, a 5. Is anyone else trying?
I'm going to roll as well.
Just hold on.
Glib, are you even trying, or are you just like... I mean, Fen seems to be singing his own theme song. You know how Krunk in the Emperor's New Groove is like, ba-da-da, ba-da-da.
Right,
Yeah.
it's time to stealth. Nobody sees me right now. It's Finn.
Yeah, it's very much that.
I got a 19 this time. So
Oh, wow, Edwin just disappears. In fact, even Vah'pyr is just like, whoa.
That's supposed to be my job.
I got a 12.
You're stealthing better than Fen.
she's behind him.
Yeah, which, like, you're just hiding behind Fen's leg. Feathers are sticking out every so often. He's very large compared to you're very tiny.
Just gonna hide in his boot.
Exactly.
So you had mentioned that it's not from this plane, so could I make an Arcana check to see if I can nail down the plane of origin?
Sure.
Oh man, we're actually rolling good today. That's a 23.
Fantastic.
Hey.
Nice.
You get the feeling that this would probably come from somewhere like either the Abyssal Plane or the Hells. Somewhere in that general vicinity. Maybe the Shadowfell,
And
but most likely it would be.
Would it
Somewhere
be-
unpleasant.
would it be pretty reasonable to put 2 and 2 together that we just fought a devil and weird blood sap, possibly from the Hells? I feel like that's kind of, causation or at least correlation.
Feel free to make any inferences you'd like.
I wonder if they're here because of the sap.
Or if the sap's here
Oh.
because of them.
I mean, do we think it's magical?
With my Arcana check, would I know whether or not it's magical? I assume it's not strictly magical, it's just extraplanar, but
Yeah, you don't get the feeling that it's particularly magical, but from your experience, because you, unlike the rest of these people, actually did live slightly outside the Lantern Light, and have experience with traveling planes. Actually, quite a bit of it. And you get the feeling that it's a little bit harder to travel to, say, the Abyssal Plane or the Hells than it is to travel to, say, the Shadowfell or the Feywild. So it's a little strange that it's here for certain. You would assume that getting here was potentially some sort of magic was used. But the area itself probably isn't magical so much as just elsewhere bleeding into here now.
literally.
Yeah, kinda.
Ew. Right.
Yeah, so it's from one of those further badder planes. So don't drink it. I know it's tempting to just stick your finger in there and give it a lick.
No.
I get it. I understand.
All right. Well, why don't we?
I don't know why they got me so bad.
Probably our best bet's to start moving towards its center then.
Yeah.
I guess one of the big questions is, if we're looking for, whatchamacallits, are they extraplanar, or are they just kind of weird? Chimeras.
Airs. I mean, I will allow either nature or arcana to talk about the Chimera.
I can try Arcana. Actually, no,
many of
Arcana
you
and Nature are the same thing for me, so...
As many of you as would like to do it is totally allowed.
That's a 16 Arcana.
I have no knowledge of this.
Mine was a 12 Arcana.
Mine is a 13 nature.
I guess I'll give nature a shot. Why not?
Yeah. So I had 12 arcana, 13 nature,
15 nature.
15 nature.
And 16 nature. Or arcana.
16 Arcana.
16 arcana. And then Fen knows nada about squat. Glib, you are the only one that has even the slightest of inkling. As far as you can recall, you think that there are chimeras from either place. You think chimeras happen on multiple planes, but you don't know exactly which planes they belong to.
That's fair.
Yeah, they come from a lot of places. You know, slap a bunch of things together and they're not exactly known for being mono in their roots.
They're
Yeah,
abominations,
Chimera
aren't they?
seems kind of like a kind of a blanket term.
Probably has nothing to do with dogs.
Strict rolled a 16 nature check.
I was seeing how well my dice compared to
D&D Beyond.
dice.
Mm.
Okay.
Apparently D&D Beyond is in my favor tonight.
Yeah, sometimes things just like to, roll.
That does happen, yeah.
Sometimes things just like to, Can't
Mhm.
I
confirm.
get it. Alrighty, team. I think we have two options. One, we investigate these terrible bad rocks to see if the chimeras live nearby, or we make our way deeper into the dark heart of the infested woods and maybe excise the darkness within.
I feel like
honestly... Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like excise in the dark heart of the woods. It wasn't in the job brief.
Yeah, I know, it's a bonus. We get to be extra heroes.
Hmm.
Do you think anything's gonna eat me?
Not while I'm around. I think you're faster than I am.
I want it noted that he's about the same size as you, so anything that can eat him can eat you.
He's slightly bigger.
Glib is proper sized.
It comes to the same thing.
Rest of
And
y'all are
less
big
than-
people.
I am less than proper size.
He's
Glib
slightly
stands
less.
up to his, 4 foot, no, it's 3 foot, 5 inches.
You're like almost a foot taller than me.
Oh, wow, you are actually a lot taller than I thought you were at first.
Glib is proper sized.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of y'all that are big people.
I'm only 2.5 feet.
Well,
Yeah, okay,
Strix
I was not expecting
Strix is proper sized as well.
You're a lot bigger than I thought you were, so that's fine then.
I'm honestly just surprised one of his options wasn't lick the sap. So,
I know it's
I was geared
tempting,
up for that.
but I don't think you should. Now, am I going to take a bottle of it and see if it's good for use later? Maybe. Hard to say.
Actually, I should have an empty bottle off of that healing potion, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and scrape some of that. You never know, might come in handy as a cure for baldness.
It ails what cures you.
Yeah.
What's that? I heard you make an ultrasonic noise there.
Roll me a nature check, sir, please.
That's not spectacular. That's a 14.
I mean,
Okay,
what if
yeah.
it's like a spicy syrup?
You kind of like you start by trying to like scrape it off of the vines that exist, and then at some point you kind of like nick one of the vines and you figure out there's even more of it on the inside of the vine, so you slice it open and kind of like
Oh, delightful.
yeah, you milk about a half a half a bottle into your jar.
All right, we'll see if this is useful.
Strange, highly viscous liquid.
I can sell it to somebody, whether they need it or not.
I'm gonna have to do that later.
You just hear from nowhere because I'm hidden, just like, and he wonders why we don't trust him.
Yeah, Edwin is in the ether, but somehow the forest doesn't trust you.
That's fine. I don't need to be trusted by trees.
Well, with Strix around, I don't think we're going to be doing much business in snake oil.
Get it?
Well done. Well done. Can I do a quick search of the area to see if the sap stuff gets more predominant as we go deeper into the woods, or if it's specifically around the rocks?
Roll me an investigation check, sir.
I think Fen's just trying to duck out of the view so he can lick some of that sap.
That is a 15 investigation.
I'll just be over here, don't worry.
I'm gonna just lick a vine, it's fine.
Tastes like licorice.
Yummy.
Tastes like licorice and death.
It's so tasty.
So black licorice.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Yes!
I like black licorice.
There's something wrong with you.
Actually, my mom loves black licorice and I don't hate it, but I still enjoy the concept of black licorice being.
There's
Also-
something wrong with you as well.
Jokes,
I like,
jokes.
whatchamacallit, like, there's several liquors that are black licorice flavored that I also like.
Well,
Yeah.
anything that's anise based.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Only thing I eat with black licorice is the little pencil cookies. Then.
Anise
As you-
cookies, yeah.
As you walk, I don't know why I'm doing that. As you walk through the forest, you kind of crawl over a couple of the basalt rocks, which seem to be particularly warm, which kind of freaks you out a little bit. You do kind of see the more like foreboding part of the forest, the way that this is kind of almost menacing in its appearance. You see that kind of like peter out a little bit as you go further in. There's still rocks, but they look a little bit less like, basalt and a little more like regular old granite and things like that, sedimentary such and such. So it does kind of like peter out after a little while, but yeah.
And like the bleeding vines and everything peters out as well.
Yep, as the ground goes from that like thick black color to a little bit more of a like brownish gray color.
Okay.
It starts to, the trees go back to normal, though thicker than you would expect.
I will circle back around to the party and inform them of what I found. So this could just be centralized right here where the rocks are.
That feels a bit ooky, but...
All right,
Did I mention-
exercise.
Did I mention that these black rocks are hot as shit?
Well,
You know you find rocks attractive,
Not
then, but...
being too.
Sorry.
It's-
Tony, go ahead.
I could
sorry,
use
Edwin,
these
you'll
in
have to
my
be a little
forge.
bolder.
There we go. You know,
And there it is.
there it is.
Oh, Josh!
Yes! Okay. Go ahead, Tony.
No, you are. I was gonna make the same joke. So. yeah. There we
Same
go.
brain, I like it.
That's the one.
Oh.
Well, maybe we have to excise the dark heart of the rocks.
I just hope it's not a volcano.
Like to think we'd notice a volcano.
Yeah, that
I mean,
seems like
I'd-
it'd be pretty hard to miss.
Is that one of them hot mountains?
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of them
Yeah,
hot mountains.
volcano.
Spicy mountain.
Spicy mountain.
Yes! Bam!
Well, if another plane is bleeding into this plane, then any sort of rock formation or anything from that plane could also be affecting this planer's rocks and formation. So who knows? Maybe some spicy rocks from the nether plane are set to blow, I guess.
I'm starting to get uncomfortable with how often we're saying spicy.
Yeah.
One should never be uncomfortable with how often you're saying spicy.
I mean, we could do it at least 10 times a day.
Yes. I have the bag.
All right.
Bam.
I'm gonna try and lead us towards the center of the basalt rocks. Then.
Fantastic. So you are leading them towards the center of the basalt.
I'm gonna try.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a survival check.
Natural 20.
Oh, monkey butts.
22 total, but you can't crit on a ability check. But
Well, yeah, but like, you know.
It's fun too.
But what are the odds?
oh no.
You come towards the center of what you assume is kind of the area there. I had you roll survival, yes? Was that... Yeah, that was a survival check? Okay. So you easily traverse this terrain. You get kind of a feel of how everything goes. You avoid slick rocks or anything that seems particularly strange. You avoid what almost looks like it could be lava, except it's not hot enough to be lava. It's just kind of creepy. It's hot, but it's not hot enough to be lava, sort of thing. But you eventually kind of get to a center that looks kind of like a giant hole, almost.
So is it just rock blood?
Somebody killed a
We
golem?
found creepy spicy sap and now creepy spicy pudding.
We don't know if it's spicy yet, and I behoove you to not find out. I know how tempting it is.
Well, they said that it's hot. She just said that it's hot, but not lava hot. So it's just spicy pudding. But
Spicy pudding, that's the name of the worst band ever.
Or the best, you never know.
Is that our new adventuring name, the Spicy Pudding Adventure?
Please God, no.
should not be. That one.
Literally any other name.
I'm totally down to change the name to Spicy Pudding.
Spicy
Literally
pudding
any
adventure.
other name, please.
So it's spa for short.
Spicy Pudding Adventure! Yes! Barely that's the name of this episode.
Spicy Pudding Adventure!
I'm putting that.
Do it.
Regrets
I
be
dare
damned.
you.
Are you pudding that?
Oh, goodness.
Oh my god.
And just like that, it's cemented in canon.
Spicy pudding adventure. We were gonna get some hits from some very confused people who thought they were going to Pornhub.
I'm Julia Child. This is spicy pudding.
Listen, traffic is traffic. Wherever they're trying to go, they get to us. It's fine. It's still a view.
I mean, hell, the anagram for the show name is bad enough.
That's
So,
true.
We're living up to
Doesn't
it,
help.
apparently.
Yeah.
So do we want to try and look for any signs of these weird abomination things?
Yeah, let's track them down.
These are spicy beasts.
Spicy beast.
That's the beast.
They are very spicy boys.
Mm-hmm.
So I rolled
I'm
a
not happy
17
with
on
that.
die, but I'm not sure what I should be rolling to track a chimera. Is that also
Tracking
survival?
tracking is survival.
Okay, so that's 19 total. For me.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
not as good as the nat 20.
What's my
Spicy
survival?
check.
that's a chick.
My survival's only a +1, but screw it, I'll give it a shot.
Do it!
That's a 17. That's not bad.
All right.
17 on die or 17 total?
17 total, sorry.
I can try to.
Heck yeah! The more the merrier.
I got a 9, but that's mostly because I was keeping people away from this spicy pudding, because I know how tempting it is just to stick a fork into it.
Well, for all rolling,
I
I
mean,
got a 22.
I got a nat.
Oh,
I got a nat 20 on that. So that,
Nice.
holy banana balls!
so 23 total.
Well done. Okay.
I know
So-
me some spicy.
You do know you some spicy. Strix, you fly up and start kind of circling around to try to see if you can see any areas. Fen, you see the rocky terrain kind of. You had seen the rocky terrain turning into the more natural rocks, and you look past the denser trees and see them start to like peter out just a little bit. Vah'pyr, you rolled a 17, yes? Yeah, so you start to kind of notice a sort of tendency of where you would think something like a chimera would be. And then Edwin, you are looking through the tracks that you see around, and you kind of see what looks like animal prints. But they're kind of mismatched animal prints. You get the feeling that perhaps you have found a trail that could, if you're not wrong, lead you to a chimera. In fact, you look at one of the trees and it looks like there seems to be some sort of orange type fur trapped in some of the bark. Like maybe an animal rubbed up against it, scratching its neck.
Alrighty. Am I still hidden, by the way?
Yes, I would say
Okay.
you are probably hidden.
See, I'm the spice that like gets you afterwards, has the after kick. Sneaks up on you. No.
True.
Okay, so can I don't know. By examining the fur, would I get any kind of indicator of like, yes, this is chimera, or
You can certainly
is it
try.
pretty much a okay? Would I
That would be a nature check.
nature? Alrighty, let's see what I can do. What is my nature? Because I forget everything. Alright. And that's a whopping 9. I think
see-
it came from an animal. but-
Yeah, so the problem is chimera are kind of a unique beast, so to speak, because they have multiple heads. So one of them looks like a dragon, one of them looks like a lion, one of them looks like a ram. And they've also got, paws, they've got hooves, they've got tail, they've got wings. And because of that, it's a little hard to tell just from having a clump of fur if this is a lion, if this is a chimera, if this is a really funny looking owl bear, or some sort of like dire grizzly just wandering around.
Always one step ahead of us. Can I take the fur back to the party and kind of come out of hiding and be like, hey, I found this. I think this way. I think we're going the right way. Here we go.
Yeah, fantastic.
Absolutely. Let's hunt this mongrel down.
So, to do this, I'm going to have each of you are, well, the party can work together to do a collection of tasks. Each of these tasks will help you set the DC for finding this chimera.
Ooh.
So, if anyone has an idea, I'm gonna have 4 different things that you can do to set the DC.
Alright.
So, are we coming up with the tasks that we think will help that will lower the DC?
Exactly.
Glib climbs the highest rock.
Climb the highest rock to try to get a good view.
Yeah, to try and get a Strix eye view.
Fantastic. What would you like to use? Probably would say either perception or nature or survival.
Ooh, can I use investigation?
I'll let it happen.
Oh, that's a 21!
That is a success, my good sir.
Excellent.
Fantastic. So
Can
Glib climbs up a tall rock and starts looking around and starts to see what he thinks is the path that maybe Edwin saw. Yes.
Sorry, I was just, if I could just continue down following those tracks that I found, in the direction it seemed like they were going.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, investigation? Or?
I would say that would probably be more likely to be something survival-based, because
Survival?
following tracks.
That's I lost my die.
But if you can make me an argument.
Okay. Not very persuasive.
What was it?
Dun, dun, dun. I didn't.
Oh,
sorry,
you're good. Your mic cut out for a second there, so I was like, what did he say?
I was speaking nonsense. 11.
11. Unfortunately, that would be a failure.
Where are those chimeras at?
I stepped through the tracks, and then I was just finding my own tracks and just going in a circle around the tree.
Yeah, it got a little confusing there, and the rocky atmosphere really didn't help with the whole finding animal tracks thing.
I'm struggling to think of how I can help.
I'm gonna take flight.
All right.
I want to see if there is some kind of clearing or area or path that I can see that alludes to an animal passing through. Or nesting of some kind.
All right. What skill check would you like? Are you thinking you would want this to be?
Probably survival, since it's more tracking and sight.
I could see survival or nature.
Yeah, let's go with survival. Yeah.
Okay. Go
Better
ahead
choice.
and make me a survival.
That is a... Hold on. Math
is rough.
19.
Congratulations, that is another success.
I just look at Finn. This doesn't really seem like a job for a blacksmith or an escape artist, does it?
No, not really.
You could also assist each other and get it advantage.
That's true.
Yeah.
With our powers combined.
We are
Captain
one
Planet.
capable adventurer.
Oh, a mood?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Well, because all my stuff for this is absolute horseshit.
Yeah, all my stats for this kind of thing are garbage.
Yeah.
Glib,
I mean-
can Glib notice that they are trying to figure out what to do from this
Yeah.
high vantage point?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you can make a reasonable argument for why I should let you roll something you're good at, I am more than happy to listen to your
Glib takes out a piece of paper and writes in it and crumples it up and tosses it down. Okay, yeah, don't open it.
Who'd you toss it to?
Well, you're both standing next to each other, right?
More or less, yeah.
So
So-
both of you.
So,
All right, I'll open the damn thing.
The paper says make bait.
Oh yeah,
How much
that's
of the-
actually.
How much of the chickens left?
I mean, there were 3 chickens, and you fed an entire adventuring party on 1 before, so
So 2 chickens?
probably, yeah.
I think we can waste a chicken on this.
Oh, easily. Alright, so let's make bait with an abyssal chicken. Let's see how the hell this goes.
And actually, simply as a product testing idea, I'm going to give that chicken a little marinade of spicy tree blood. Just to see what happens.
All right, and what skill would you like to use?
Treviche.
Travice. Oh, God.
Making bait probably falls under survival or nature.
Well, or, I mean, it could be some sort of, like, dexterity-based thing.
Some might
Maybe
say, like our good
charisma-based?
friend Emerald Lagasse, that the art of preparing food is a performance.
Yeah, you might want to do that then. And I'll give you advantage because my performance is a plus nada.
Because it makes me giggle, and I appreciate the audacity. I'm here for it, my good sir. Make a performance check.
I also like the idea that Vah'pyr can only cook competently in front of other people.
Yeah, like this 110% is more about the presentation than it is the food.
That's a 20. That's a 21, as a matter of fact.
Whoa.
All right. So let me.
As we perform Be Our Guest for the Chimera to come eat.
Try the great stuff. It's the best.
I'm not gonna try to sing in an Irish accent. I haven't tested that yet, so I don't want to embarrass myself.
Hey, be our guest.
Isn't that more
Let me
Scottish?
remember how to spell.
It's the
I don't know.
Be our guest. Be our guest.
Actually, so
Be our guest.
Be our guest, put our service to the test. Try your napkin round your neck, Cherie, and we provide the rest. Suit to shore, cheese.
So that line's a little more
Irish.
threatening in Irish.
Yeah.
Irish accent.
Tie your napkin around your neck, you knave. Prepare
The
for our
guest of
best.
it's delicious. Don't believe me, ask the dishes.
So
They can sing.
yeah, Vah'pyr is looking eagerly on. He wants to see what this weird spicy blood can do.
all right.
Oh, and then we hang it from a tree probably?
Makes sense.
Okay.
Man, it doesn't want to be fed. It wants to hunt.
I have accurately calculated the DC. Would someone like to roll me a survival check, assumably with at advantage because you are all assisting?
I think
Me and the bard do really well
You do.
with
Mhm.
survival.
Mine's a +3.
Mine too.
Oh, guys, I have bad news for you.
Sorry, metagaming.
If I were to quantify the bonus I have to survival, it would actually be 4.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Oh, maybe the Gibbler should do it.
Give it to the
Is
Gibbler.
there anything Glib isn't good at?
His strength is mediocre.
It's true, his stat block's on the screen
Yeah,
for everybody
his-
at home.
Glib is a particularly talented goblin of all trades.
He has a unique set of skills.
Dexterity's not fabulous either.
What are you talking about? My dexterity is great.
Oh no, I had my child was quizzing me last week on everything. That's how I got him involved in D&D at 9 years old.
Strix, you have a child?
Yes.
It's a hatchling.
The snake's not gonna eat him!
So that's a 22.
Nice.
Very nice. So, you very easily pick up on, like, with everyone working together, you pick up on the path, you think you have some pretty good bait, and you find Strix helps you find a decent spot to place the bait to kind of get the Chimera's attention. And as you hide around the area, it doesn't take too long before you start to hear the
It
Sounds
is a little less threatening.
Yeah, I was about to say, it sounds real badass up until that goat head decides to speak up.
The other two heads just turn to the ram head, just like, what have we told you, Dave?
It's like it's the meme of the 3 dragons, 2 of them looking really intimidating, and one. Yeah. So
Last one just does that like goat scream.
Or the
Yeah, like just screaming. Like,
I love it when they edit that one into songs.
yeah.
Oh no!
only 2 episodes into this season. We already broke the cast. Oh god.
Oh no!
It's the best way to do it, man. But yeah,
That's why you picked us.
I will let you arrange yourselves around the map. We will get everything set up, and then that will probably bring us to the end of our episode. So, we will start off next week fighting. Hold on, have him.
Oh, he's a wee little lad.
This guy.
Oh,
God.
never mind.
Oh, good lord.
Whoops.
Oh wait, that's a little big. That's a little big. What is that?
That's just Glib seeing it from a distance. Oh, look at it.
It's so cute.
Oh no!
Oh
Yeah.
my.
So as our adventurers prepare to fight themselves the first Chimera, that'll bring us to the end of our episode. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you next week. Have a wonderful time, everybody.
Indeed.
Bye.
Bye.
Next week.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
And that brings us to the end of our show. Thank you all so much for joining us and watching along with us. We have our Heroes Hall Discord, links down below. So don't forget to come in, join us in that, because you'll get the opportunity to hang out with some very cool people, as well as get up to date on all of the next things that are going to be happening with UST. And then tomorrow, feel free to swing by. We are going to be playing Spellbreak for our new metagaming show, so we're very excited to be doing that. And other than that, we will see you next week. Thanks, everyone. Goodbye.